We are live, guys. I'm J1 Further, the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
Mr. Blitztech.
And we're back with more My Hero Academia. Today we've got episodes 5 and 6. Before we dive into them, have we got some questions, queries, theories?
Indeed we do. We're starting off with pop culture.
What's going on pop culture?
Pop culture says, yeah, I agree with Jay. All Might should have died after his fight with All for One in season 3. One of the criticisms I've had with My Hero Academia is that the consequences don't always match up with the stakes that have been set. It's not that there haven't been enough deaths, but the deaths we have aren't enough.
All sad, man.
The characters we've lost so far are characters who were never really that important in the grand scheme of the show.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Night Eye for the season 4. When Night Eye died, I did not feel anything for his death.
R.I.P.
They played it off as this heavy emotional moment, but we didn't even know the guy even existed until the first episode of season 4. And then 8 episodes later, they kill him off. They just didn't put enough focus on him for us to care that he died. I
definitely agree 200%, even though that moment was still fucked. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like, 100%, man. That is the thing. And it's like, I still see with the All Might situation, I think that it can still work very well into the show's favor if they do it. But I just don't think they're gonna, man. I don't think they're gonna.
Been done by now, to be honest.
See, do you know what? Yeah, I don't think so, because it is like if it was me, if I was in control, I have to tie All Might's actual death with Deku actually becoming the greatest hero. So we can extend that for a certain amount of time, but it has to be coming and it has to come. But instead, it's like they're just stacking up more villains. Like All Might's on the sideline, but then they've still got All for One still on the sideline. Like that generational beef's not over, but we've got our apprentices beefing and Decay's clapping off America's greatest hero. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're getting it further away from All Might dying mattering. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why I'm thinking it's not going to happen. Or, do you know what I'm saying? Because it definitely should, bro.
For me, it's just like on the hero side, like I'm saying, people who should be dying aren't. They're just getting like major injuries. We've got Eraser, man can't use his powers anymore, but he's still around. All Might can't use his powers anymore, but he's still around. Freaking...
That's that body job.
But you see these characters, yeah, they were actually not doing anything beforehand anyway.
That's fine, but...
That's why it's like, you got to get them out of there. Like, yeah, that's what I don't understand.
And especially at the moments where they had their major victories or major injuries, for me, it would have been the perfect time. Like saying Night Eye, or not Night Eye, the teacher with the perfume thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Eraser?
No, the teacher with the perfume, even her death. We've seen it since episode season 1, and then she dies in the last season. We don't even see her death on screen. We just hear it like, oh, are you there anymore? No. And then our body's just there. It's like, so the people that we should care about, that we've been caring about for time, it's like, nah.
Yeah, we really need like half the student body wiped. Like when they had, I think, what was it, the end of season 3? Or the end, was it the end of the last season? When they invade, there's the big war. Half the student body.
Thank you. I agree.
Should have just got clapped up right there. Half the people we went through the invasion at the school and they all survived, half of them this time have to go, because then you have to say, listen, 2 seasons removed from there, the stakes are even realer. And we're not invading the school anymore. We're catching these men outside. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's lots of that, man. There's lots of that.
Well, for me, I'm just living with, because I'm like, there's My Hero and there's Jujutsu. There's an anime in the middle somewhere, but I know that I'm not expecting major deaths from My Hero. See, that's why I'm not upset.
I'm with you as well, because there's not been those kind of deaths. I'm not expecting those kind of deaths, but it does diminish the show continually it's going downhill. The more we pretend to do it, fake. No, because bruv, there's no stakes. There's no stakes. Every time, bruv. When they invaded the school, I'm like, yo, what can happen? Nothing happens. The next season, nothing happens. The show's it's not getting better. Let me put it like that. If it's not going down, it's not getting better. So, how long? Like, even in the last one, bruv, Decay fighting the American chick and clapping her off, beautiful. But we just met that chick that episode.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Literally that episode, and it's like, think about what they just done to what's his name? Decay, bruv. He just lost like 80% of his powers. boom. And it's, and it's like we're just going in loops and circles.
Yeah. And that's why, like I said, for me, then is the other side where it's jiu-jitsu, where it's like we can meet someone that episode, that season, and we're like, fuck, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. My appetite is wet over there, and here I'm like, oh, I'm loving the powers, the animation, so it's a fun. But like you said, it's
not about it's diminishing returns.
Yeah, I hear that as well. That's why I'm like,
diminishing returns.
I'm not getting it from here. But it's a bit mad still.
Yeah, they definitely need to get the students if they want to get us emotionally. And pop culture comes back for last episode and says the way they did the reveal of the traitor was even crazier in the manga, because when All For One was talking about how he has many friends, the chapter ends on one shot of the invisible girl, and we're left mind blown with no elaboration for almost full month till the next chapter drops. Everyone was holding their breath waiting.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
Release.
I'm glad they didn't do that. The 2 seconds where we thought, or the 10 minutes, 15 minutes we thought it was her was enough.
Yeah.
2 months, that would have been crazy.
I was going to say, because in the manga, you're reading that and they just left. It's almost like J or R to be like, the next book's coming in 2 years. You're like,
you're coming after the season and you're finding out the season it was all fake. I would have been heated.
What a hanger, bro.
Come on, man. Let's dive into this, man. Use if you want questions, queries, and theories, right now.
Man's coming for the family, yeah?
We did our best, but we obviously failed. That child is a demon.
Stop this! No one will ever accept this disgusting side of you. You can't just do whatever you want. Control yourself. I'm telling you this for your own good.
I wish I was a little birdie. Every night I have the same dream. A tiny red sparrow flutters into my room, and a tap dances all over me, dying. After a while, it starts pecking at my belly button. Finally, the dream makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I love it. Nothing here. They abandoned the place.
I can't believe you're sentimental.
I was just curious what happened to my old house. That's totally normal.
Does that mean you're prepared?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, are you ready to end this pathetic world?
I've always been ready.
That's the spirit. Why live if we can't have fun?
Dummy, you're gonna get us caught.
Your power doesn't just transform your appearance. As long as you care for a person, it gives you their quirk, too. The one.
Hell's multiplication would be nuts.
Let's turn his torment into grief for our enemies. We'll make sure we keep laughing. Shigaraki? You okay?
Bro.
Do not be concerned. Tomura's recovery is coming along nicely.
Are you sure? That's still Shigaraki?
Of course I am.
Spinner, since you're a heteromorph, you likely know the overlap of those who are like you and the ones labeled villains. No matter how hard the government or the pros try, they can't illuminate every shadow in society. When the League of Villains first made the news, the public was exposed to your form. And while you have copied Stain's costume, Many heteromorphs now wear it in reverence to you. I don't know why they'd idolize me. It's not like I'm fighting for some noble cause or anything. This is your destiny. Pull the trigger in Redestro's place. We're past the point of no return. Even if I wanted to say no, how could I? I'll destroy it all. It doesn't matter what I think. Shigaraki, I want to help. For your sake.
Yes, that's right, Ikuchi. In this world, everyone has the ability to become somebody else's hero.
We've received orders.
What are they?
We figured we'd have difficulties moving freely under these circumstances. So our job is to stir up the masses and stoke the flames of discontent. UA officials are aware of the fact that Tomura Shigaraki will be back on his feet again within a week's time.
Those of us who joined the search for the Liberation Front and the League of Villains were able to capture a number of jailbreakers, but we weren't able to find the actual targets we were after. All for One and Shigaraki remained in hiding, out of our reach.
I need you all to listen closely. For now, we're only telling select people what I'm about to share. It's time we discuss the future of our world. The final battle plan.
Wait! You're leaving, Mr. Deku?
Yes. I got some rest and cleaned myself up. Now it's time for me to continue to fight.
Your safety is our chief concern, so keep your eyes peeled. Don't forget, the evacuation system could activate at any time.
Honest to a fault. If the kid had just stayed here, the big man would have had a hell of a time getting to him. We didn't have to lift a finger to make sure our orders were completed. That's a relief. Now our future is guaranteed.
After we left UA, we moved into a makeshift headquarters located 30 kilometers from the school. A newly built fortress they were calling Troy.
Thanks to Cemento's power loader and ectoplasm, we were able to get this puppy functional pretty dang quick. It's nowhere near as strong as UA, but it'll do. Why don't you take your bags inside and find your room?
This was definitely inspired by our dorms.
Traitor, of
Wow,
course.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice of them to build a fancy coffin for us.
Dude.
I guess infiltrated by the Trojans.
Uraraka!
Oh, hi, Deku.
Are you done unpacking?
Yeah, I didn't bring much, so it didn't take too long.
Same, just spare clothes. I wanted to say thank you. For that speech you gave back at UA, I really appreciate it.
Oh, there's no need. That was nothing. But it's nice to hear you still obsess over every little detail. When I had the megaphone, I was yelling down at everyone from the roof when all of a sudden I started thinking about Himiko Toga. When we fought one-on-one during Gigantomachia's rampage, I said some stuff to her that seemed like common sense to me, and she looked really sad to hear it. She's a villain, and partly to blame for the city's current state. She's killed and stolen joy from countless people. Forgiving her isn't an option anymore. I know that. But still. Anyway, that's the reason I came out here. So I don't forget the horrible scenes from that day. And I can stay focused on what really matters.
Shigaraki has done terrible, unspeakable things, but I saw a little boy crying inside of him. Even though we're about to go to war, I don't think I can ignore what's hiding deep inside his heart.
Well then, I guess we're both kind of weird.
Lies do not work on me. I can tell if someone has the slightest bit of deceit in their minds. What was the name of that ability? I took it in the early days of quirk appearances. I combined it with something else, but I can't quite remember what. I do recall that its original owner was a rather dull man. Together they drove me into a corner. But now, the lie-detecting quirk will help to ensure my victory.
We are doing quite well here.
I've been craving a drink. A 40-year Macallan would be nice.
I can have my son bring you a bottle that was aged 16 years.
That would do instead. Be a good dear and give me his contact information. We'll sort out the delivery.
Thanks for looking out for him, Uncle. You never know what the future holds.
I appreciate you coming. Aoyama, Why are you here? I thought you were at the police station.
My parents' lawyer got me released for the moment.
I'll go tell the others. You can join one of our search parties.
Wait. I think we should talk alone first. Maybe people are clinging to the old ways as long as they can before this way of life ends.
What are you saying?
Would you like for me to tell you all for one's true goal? Our country is in a terrible place, which has caused problems for the rest of the world. Meanwhile, villains everywhere are getting more bold. Whole nations are collapsing. Humanity is in a panic like it was in the Great Depression, or when quirks first appeared. Panic reigns.
I don't get why you're telling me this right now, Aoyama.
When states lose the ability to enforce law and policies, people struggle to survive. Soon, countries everywhere will abandon each other because they need to prioritize their own safety. Imagine if a forsaken country was ravaged by drought and someone appeared who had a quirk that could create drinking water. As the earth slips further into anarchy, the stage is prepared for one unrivaled opportunist to take initiative and assume control over all that exists. A single terrible event is all it will take. Our world will fall off balance. I know. That's why you're here. This can't be allowed to keep going. I'm sorry. I had no choice. I want to protect Papa and Mama.
No, you didn't!
I imagine you were scared to betray your friends. It can be so distressing to have someone put their faith in you. No. Your fortitude is impressive. And the speech about my ultimate goal was admirable.
They said things would be better. You promised we'd have happy lives in your new world.
Should
I'm
kill him.
trusting you! Distressing! You can't imagine, dear uncle! I won't betray my friends!
You ungrateful worm.
Your acting was crazy realistic, Aoyama.
Well, to be honest, that's not all. I may have let myself too.
You did great. Thank you.
For Papa and Mama's safety, and for the sake of everyone else, me included, I will stand up and fight all for one! I can get him alone. Just
Like,
tell
they're
me
wondering about
when.
the lie detection.
In our conversation earlier, and when talking with his parents, I could detect no malice. How did they hide from me? The search clerk can tell me the location and weaknesses of whoever I've seen. The heroes Tomura fought in previous battles are scattered across the country right now. I'm afraid it's already too late for you.
That's what you think.
Kurogiri, how can they use his power? Well, this will save me the trouble of finding him.
Papa and my mom told me this too. They said there's something you would hate more than anything, and that's the world finding out that Japan isn't finished yet. That's why today is the day you're defeated.
Muruma, this plan won't work unless every component is in place.
I can get him alone. Just tell me when.
Take center stage. This whole time, you've never been an extra. You are a star.
Look who's in the spotlight now!
You man better get to it.
He brought an army with him. All squads, move in! If he gets his hands on one for all, there'll be no reason for him to hide ever again!
Not now, boss man. I'm spoken for. I didn't think that you'd be here for me to slaughter dear old dad. Before we start, how about I cremate your friends?
You're gathering in droves. Is this where you plan to mount a feeble last stand?
Now, activate System Troy!
I can't eat. You think this'll hold me?
I see, all right. That's your goal.
You're far from UA and the makeshift fortress. We've plotted every detail to make you overconfident.
to draw you out. And now, surprised you, didn't I? Short-sighted fool. You really think you can split us up? The damn thing's moving! Stop your complaining and start wailing on the walls!
Break free! Get me out!
A cage like this can't even hold me 3 seconds! Contained. Then divide and conquer. The opening move is ours, but plenty of distance between them. Force them to fight in places we've chosen. Look, I'm the one pulling all the strings. This is ridiculous. You wasted a fortune on these knowing we have the chaos. You showed up thinking you would outman us, but you fell into our trap. What? Almost done! Don't stop till we're through! Deku!
Deku, yeah?
And we're clear! Take down the leftovers fast! You're in charge! Look after young Aoyama, too! Roger that.
Nice speech, kid.
The plan was a success. Now, it's time for us to move on to phase 2!
This place.
What's up?
The Gunga Villa. Of course.
After Camino, we figured out that the sludgy warp crap you've been using is a lesser version of what Kunopiri can do. The range is shorter, and more importantly, you can't warp yourself. Of course, the UA barrier was strengthened to account for that. I hope it burns to know hubris is what brought about your downfall.
I understand why your ragtag remainders needed an edge, but the way you've implemented your plan has shown your true colors, Endeavor. No doubt you pitted one crawl against Tomura. Quite risky for you. But then, that's not the cruelest matchup you devised, is it? You forced your youngest child to face your failures, while at the same time continuing to abuse your eldest.
Hey,
UA, what's going on?
bad news, Denim Head! They pulled a fast one! Deku's gone! He went through another warp!
Deku? I thought you were supposed to be with Shigaraki!
Activate!
She loves you.
Himiko Toga, you did this? How is he not here? What happened? Someone must have grabbed onto him!
Isn't that like really bad? Our whole strategy revolved around him.
We have to tell the others!
Whatever, there's no turning back. The greatest villain in recording history.
Oh boy.
The city's so far below me. We're in the sky. Floating. It's just me. Oh well. I'll be fine as long as I don't get in my own way. Again.
Ooh.
My body's seizing. Blocks flew up out of the ground and crumbled to the sky. That must be how they plan to keep decay from spreading. We're flying in the sky, right? If you use up the clouds too fast, your precious stage is gonna disappear.
I'm not concerned. We have plenty of resources.
That's what the Aoyama
Did
did.
you understand yet, Shigaraki? Or did your brain get fried?
We're legit.
The way she was working, it's crazy.
35 and T-10-45 are out.
Got it. Replacement's coming up.
I am so sorry. What did you say your name was?
Creaty. My friends call me Aoyama, though. Feel free to use whichever name you like.
We have to figure out the perfect pocket to zip you into. The design is patterned off the 2 battles we fought against you after your awakening.
Systems are a go. Come on, let's get in there.
Raw materials were scarce, but we made do. Even on a short timeline.
Wow.
That's crazy. You feeling that buzz? My brain's like, whoa.
Hey, first year, stay focused.
Hey, we totally be second years and think we're normal. I'm gonna show that freak what happens when you're back with Charge Bolt's friends.
We combined our quirks and talents.
I take it as on site anymore now, yeah?
We're doing this because we want to protect people.
I feel like the other people in there were like, yeah, keeping it. Like, one was a magnet, one was something else, like to conduct. Keeping conduct. That's why I said when I find friends.
I can easily take the
This
toys
guy.
off the board.
I actually hate this dead enemy. He's so trash, bro.
My quirk.
It's a wrap.
Alright. Mad!
What's the matter? Is the final boss having trouble using his power?
Stop shouting, please.
And they're taking that on.
Aside, but we'll be on his normal limit of 5 minutes.
Sick.
We were supposed to create the ideal scenario for Midoriya. One for All was at the center of the operation. The last time we fought Shigaraki, he wasn't complete.
Not her getting finished again. Not her getting finished again.
What the hell is he doing now?
I don't know. This is.
Yo!
I still can't believe I used to think you were cool. But you turned out to be another disappointment. Eraserhead.
It's the extra episode, bro. Because, like, what?
I'm just trying to understand that. His powers now, his body manipulation is now not a quirk, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Bruv. Yeah, it's all a bit mad, man. It's all a bit mad. Like, I do like the plan and what it sets up in terms of like 6 locations, fights all over the place. Deku's gone to the wrong place. But I really just want I really want serious outcomes here, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you, bro.
Like,
You'd hope so now that they're doing that, isn't it? That they're
it's not the first time we've done this. That's what I'm saying. This happens all the time, Sam.
That's why I'm like, I just want to see the fights now. Like, I know there's going to be no casualties.
See,
or even Buddy right now, I don't think she's going to die.
The thing, and listen, no, I know she's not dead. Do you know what I'm saying? But what's deep about that is that like they've set these conflicts up so many times. Like Deku and that girl who likes him, and the other, like we've seen it so much times. Like the personal dynamics. Then we've seen the beefs. Like them two have been fighting since season 1 when she was showing up naked, and it's like something's got to get resolved somewhere. Like with some of these people, bro. Like
even just evolve. You know what I mean?
Then okay, evolving is one thing, but Decay's evolving all the time, and it's not leading to anywhere. They're evolving him, then they've got to de-evolve him, then they've got to evolve him again to keep making these weirdo scenarios because the state, like, we're not getting to the bottom of it. That's what I'm saying, like, we got to get to the bottom of it and move on. It's really what it is, bruv. Like, we're framing it with like, oh, we're about to fight the greatest villain of all time. There's only 2 outcomes here.
Yeah.
Either you clap him or he claps you, man. Or it's not the greatest villain of all time, period. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this is where get me. I love my hero, but bruv. But It's time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's time to put your cards on the table, man. It's mad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just need the next episode, bro. Much like yourself, I just need the next episode.
See, that's the trick. They keep.
We had like what episode 5. Nothing much happened.
They
Then
keep
you got
doing.
episode 6.
I say nothing happened in episode 6 either for me.
It's just the end like last 10 or 15 minutes.
Exactly, it's the same thing.
I'm not feeling like even though I would want to watch.
No, I'm with you.
I'm like,
I don't feel compelled to watch the next episode.
Like, until I watch the next episode.
They don't draw. They didn't draw me out with it because I'm like, bruv, this is what you man have been doing, man. My hero. I'm expecting better from this season, man. I definitely was expecting more from this season so far.
So I thought the writing was a bit weird at one point because usually they put you in scenario, everything plays out, and then they rewind.
I was gonna bring this up, but then I was just like, maybe I'm tripping. I was just like, bro, you man set it up and then spent half the episode explaining it and then unexplaining it on the other side, and I was like,
you've never done
what?
That. Especially at the beginning of the season with My Girl's Powers.
100%.
You set up the whole thing, something happened, boom.
Then after the fact, yes.
Here they're like, we've done the fortress and blah, blah, blah. It's almost like now you're just trying to put us in a situation where it's like, we know you're going to get out, but that's not how you should be framing our mindset.
100%, but you know why I think they did that? Because when the fortress popped up so quickly, I was like, they just wanted the fortress to pop up quickly. So they had to explain it, you know what I'm saying, as fast. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even though we've been at UA, like whatever, since the beginning of the season, they should have been telling us about this plan. Hey guys, we're going to build a fortress, but no. So they're like, okay, we've got to explain it all, boom, right now. And they're doing stuff that's very not My Hero Academia. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, what season are we on? 5, 6?
7?
7.
See, this is the crazy. This is what I was about to say. Once you pass that threshold of season 5.
So then, all right, because they gave us the rewind first year, wouldn't it just then...
That wasn't a rewind. That was an explanation. Because they hadn't given us the building.
Yeah. So now is it like, can we just get the action like after the other? Because then we're just gonna be here in limbo, bro.
No, they're gonna fight it, but like it's like what we just saw. The fight's gonna happen. She's gonna get hit, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. And the fact that Deku got yanked out the fight before it started guarantees it. Because imagine if he was there and they was clapping Decay, and then he got yanked out at the end, and then Decay beats the rest. There's more happening in that.
See, but Decay might have had him because they didn't even know that Decay could have done what he just did. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's like
they
having a plan.
They didn't expect to beat Decay anyway, from what they were saying. Oh, our whole plan revolved around All For One, and All For One's not here. So what I was hearing was Decay's gonna beat us, period. Even knowing Eraser's there with the nullification. Bruv, how long does that work? Even though he's busting it through my man. Bruv, the first thing that Decay looked at was the generator spot. Like, where's he's not dumb. He's not an idiot.
Like I said, he's already done the floor thing.
Exactly.
Man, he's playing it.
Exactly, I'm telling him, go on.
He's looking at the thing. Oh, this is where his power.
And Eraser's there looking at him, dead eye to eye.
He's like, oh,
where
so gone.
Bro.
Okay, cool. Bro, he's
evolved, and he just evolved instantly.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no chance, bro. There's no chance. And how's Deku getting there? Because Teleporter is gone as well.
So so they removed the only thing that would have, because even if my man did the whole hand splurgy thing, Deku would have dodged that. Like, that's nothing for Deku, but they made sure Deku moved for the whole situation because it would have been over.
You man, jump into the comment section below. Let us know what you're saying about these 2 episodes and what's to come, what's more. I mean, I'm not going to ask you lot because you lot already know everything that's happening. So yeah, man, we're going to be back next week with more thoughts, theories, queries about what's going on with My Hero Academia, and we're going to see where it goes. Other than that, I'm J1 for the Cyber Nerds.
We're in the GS.
Nah, Mr. Blitztech.
And we'll see you next time with some more My Hero Academia.
What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing except for the war. Too many people died in this land. All that pain forced me to grow up.
What does that mean?
That even innocent, foolish children will grow up in the face of pain.